that would if it was like loud. I had a big band. Ah, shut up. Shabbat shalom. Doug Rice! Don't drop your phone. I'm not paying for phones. How we doing? 28th May. Creeping at the last of the first half of the year. Kissing its ass. Nearly there. Come Tuesday, the second half of this fiasco of a year commences. Oh, folks. Oh, the sights we're gonna see. The excitement. Oh, yeah. But remember, we are set apart. A people of special possession. Okay? Never, ever, ever forget that. Good morning to one and all. It's 8:10 in the morning on Shabbat. I loosely observe Shabbat. I understand its significance. I understand all that it stands for. We are still in captivity. We are close to deliverance, but we are on foreign soil. I don't think any of this right now is as relevant as some make it out to be, but to each their own, no problem. How is everyone? I've not been here. I have been trying to put together a masterpiece where I work. And it's coming together. We got some interesting, talented people. And for those of you that follow what I do, and I try not to mix the two worlds in too much frequency. Okay, so you know the drill. I'm Doug Rice. Shut up. What I do is I talk to you about the black news. All the black news that's fit to peruse. I like that. I made that up. So, this is for those of you that follow the format. This is not a program. I'm not trying to program you. I'm trying to deprogram you. We are all victims of caucasity. We all suffer from the ailment, the infection, the disease that is caucasity. We have to shake it. You know, we got to shake it like a common cold. Continuously trying to infect the psyche of everyone around them. And folks, we have to be on guard because there is danger afoot. You know I'm telling the fucking truth. And today, before we trip into black news, I want to talk to you. I want to ask you. I want to tell you. I want to observe. I don't know how you might frame this particular topic. You might frame it in a question. You might frame it in a statement. You might frame it in an inquiry, objectivity of nothingness. There's no telling, but for God's sake, the one thing I must talk about today is we are not the same. Do you understand what I'm talking about, Hebrew? We are not the same. I need that to have impact. I need it to smack you upside your psyche. I need you to operate from that established fact. We are not the same. So, today we're going to talk about that. We're not the same. We ain't the same. Partner, look, y'all. Look, man, we ain't the same folks, bro. No way, no how, not on a fucking good day. No, we are not the same. And you can take note of how different we are by how we are treated here and elsewhere. Now, look, we got a lawsuit in the news right now about a 13-year-old boy in Chicago. So the lawsuit says a 13-year-old black boy had his hands up when Chicago police shot him. Now, I want to put that juxtaposed to the murderous monster that took 10 of the lives of Negroes for no other reason than he was afraid. And I want you to understand how quickly he was taken into custody unscathed, unhurt, unmolested, in perfect order. We are not the same. Listen, one of them takes a gun and murders children, and they end him like that. Well, after almost 90 minutes, they end him like that. No muss, no fuss, no talk down, just done. And I can only establish the value of those lives running through the triggered fingers of men with the task of ending this. And I can only imagine, compared to the individuals that took into custody an individual that took 10 black people off the map, off the game. And within them wasn't this connectivity associated with that loss of life. And so we've got two men, both 18 years old, both mad as hell at everything, terrified, bullied, all the non-discriminate excuses they use to pacify the masses into refusing to connect them with themselves. All of that. One ends life and has his life ended immediately. The other one ends life and his life is preserved. What's going through the minds of the men charged with protection? I don't understand that. We are not the same. They don't treat us the same. They don't look at us the same. They don't regard the threats that they observe as the same threats others may observe. This young man who killed these children threatened all kinds of violence against children in schools prior to his finally acting out this madness. And it appears there was no threat seen. But this 13-year-old who in Chicago with hands up, an encounter with police, and they shot him. And when they do finally let loose their bloodlust against us, they go overboard. They'll shoot us 126 times to release whatever it is that's within them. But in the face of horror that resembles their own faces, they seem to show incredible restraint. And as long as that circumstances abides in this god-awful place, and as long as they expect you to be accepting of that as fact, I will not smile. I will not. I will not give the satisfaction of giving the warmth and fuzzies they so desperately need from black faces. For God's sake, folks, we are not the same. Now, I know everybody talks about, separation. It's a sore subject for some. But I need you to think about just how different Negroes are. I need you to understand how set apart we truly are. It's evidenced by how they conduct interaction with us on any given day that there is something about us that is different. We are not the same, folks. We need to act accordingly. All right, that's it. I don't know, 8:19. That's all I have. That's it. On a side note, though, I wanted to talk a little bit about another issue. It's very interesting, near and dear to my heart. And that's Herschel Goddamn Walker. Can somebody please tell me how they expect to pass this man off as a GOP candidate against Warnock? I'm trying to figure this out. At some point, this man has to open up his mouth, get in front of a mic, and shock the fucking world. Listen, I love this brother. I love Herschel. Herschel, the very specimen of negrosity, health-wise. But not the most book-schooled brother on our team. And what infuriates me is that Mitch McConnell is the one with his hand all the way, and I do mean all the way, just controlling all the bullshit that comes out the man's mouth. He said some interesting called mush mouth or something. I don't know. We thought, listen, folks, can somebody come get your man Herschel? Come on in, bro. They making a complete and utter fool out of Herschel Walker. And what's fucked up is, if I was around Mitch McConnell, I don't know that I would not be able to hold my grin, because it's that fucking funny. Dear God, is this what you think we are? No, come on. Come on now, man. So, somebody could please look into what Herschel thinks he's doing exactly. I want him to hear I want to hear him speak on the floor of the United States Senate. Of course I'd love to hear that. Oh, dear God, who wouldn't? But how much, how long, how far would that set us back? If millions of these folks saw this man talk and associated this dude with us, we're in enough fucking trouble. Somebody get Herschel Walker, please. Just get him! That's just part 2 of my little opening. All right, let's do it. Black news. That's what we do. I've got a new word. I looked it up. My moderator, Katrina, she suggested this word. And we need to embrace this word, alethophobia. Alethophobia, baby. Alethophobia. It's an interesting word. I know I put it up. And the meaning is it's a fear or dislike of the truth, an unwillingness to come to terms with truth or facts. Alethophobia, that is an interesting word. Unaccountable. Alethophobia. Now that is a caucastic trait that runs through and through. The fear of the truth. They don't want critical race theory. They don't want any of the truth to be taught. Alethophobia. Look it the fuck up. Alethophobia. Alethophobia. All right. Black news. Here we go. So, this is what I do. And today, the black news always delivers. But if you're going to read the black news, you might as well have Folgers when you do it. No? I didn't like it. And at the top of the black news, we got Reverend Warnock, and we have Mr. Herschel Walker. In Georgia, 2 black candidates compete for Senate seat. Now, Walker may win. And what a sad day that will be for us as they take us back to yesteryear, to the 50s, to the good old days. Well, Walker gonna represent what it's like to be a Negro in America. Oh yeah, baby. I'm gonna tell you something. the laughs that are about to be had if this man wins the Senate, they're just going to echo into eternity. I've heard him speak. Let's continue. Black Lives Matter, Houston co-leads protest outside. And what is Black Lives Matter doing? Ain't they got some money to spend or some shit? I don't even want to hear from Black Lives Matter anymore. I don't understand how this is even a thing. You found these brothers and sisters had $46 million living in a $6 million house, and suddenly the news about what they're doing regarding Black Lives Matter is, how is it even relevant? That's a shutdown moment. Look, folks, here's the truth. $46 million. The only Black lives that matter are the ones that work for Black Lives Matter, and let's stop the bullshit. So I'm not interested in what the fuck they're doing, what the fuck they're saying, what they represent anymore. I mean, let's just move forward. Black Lives Matter don't matter. Not no more. You 46 million deep, fuck you. Take that phony shit somewhere else, man. Open up a country club. Alright! Black Buffalo determined to rebuild while dealing with grief and sorrow. You mean already over it, is what you're saying. Is that how the headline should read? You're already fucking over it. Get the fuck over it. Is that what you're saying? Is that the suggestion? Is that the tenor of the fucking headline? Huh? Is that what you're trying to convey? No, fuck you. I'm not getting over shit. I'm not dealing with shit. None of that shit's happening. You got me fucked up! Everything ain't okay and I ain't all right. Nah. I know what happened in Texas. But I ain't gonna forget what happened in Buffalo anytime soon. And you can call me whatever the fuck you want. But you better understand, I think even Stephen, quid pro quo, I think this for that, I think, relative to its association in conjunction with, all of those terms come into play. When it talks about the sorrow that you wish me to express regarding the tragedy of losing children against the loss of 10 Negroes, I only surmise that I will give as much consideration to that circumstance that was given by the parents of those children prior to the incident itself. I think that's only fair. I think that however they felt when they heard that 10 of us were cut down for the sole reason that we were Negro, that sentiment held within those individuals will be the matched sentiment I will return, while I still put in the forefront of my mind the loss of 10 Negroes who had lived their lives worthy of existing amongst society. Not yet developed individuals. We don't know where their trajectory may land them, but as for 32 to 86-year-old black people here in America, well, if they're shopping on Saturday, motherfucker, I think they got a right to stick the goddamn fuck around. So forgive me if I lend my consideration to those lives. All right. Did I drift? Fuck. Don't care. All right. Oh, black Sacramento vice principal endured racist taunts, but district can't ID a suspect. You can't seem to find the guy that threw racial taunts at the vice principal of the Sacramento school. But you can't find that dude, right? But the cameras are everywhere. The cameras are everywhere. I think there's a camera in here somewhere. Now he did it. You were informed he did it. She told you when it happened, but you can't find nobody. Is that right? Just take a look at the future, folks. You like this shit? When they really start ignoring your shit, it's like, hey, I had something painted on the side of my house. We'll take a report and look into it. Let me tell you something. You think it's bad now. Do you really? I want you to consider pre-Nazi Germany, all the things that riled those folks up into getting themselves going. I want you to think of how badly Nazi Germany went. You know, you remember World War II, you whippersnappers, you can look up, read it, History Channel, what the fuck ever. Did you know that Hitler, the Nazis, that socialist party patterned their philosophies, their trajectory, their way of thinking and doing? They patterned it after what happened to the United States during the Civil War. Oh, you didn't know that? You didn't know that Nazi Germany was inspired by the Confederate South? Look it the fuck up. Check my math. It's fucked up, isn't it? And look at everything just continuing to turn itself right back into existence. These same Confederate soldiers, the progeny, their kin, cascading through time into today, making all kind of presence known, wanting the good old days back, and to save for Lincoln's inability to simply execute traitors. We may be living in a different time. But, as I said, look for it to get worse, because they're getting vigorous. Black news, black news, a little fella. Black news. Okay. TV shows by black creators to watch on Netflix. I don't watch fantasy anymore. Very difficult to watch movies. The reality around me now is so captivating that to look at fantasy is just annoying. I don't know about you. I've not really looked at television as an entertainment apparatus. I try to sit and look at shows. I may find a good one, but it's rare. Now it's all about what's going on, what's happening to us in this country, where we're at, where we're going, the kingdom. But if you like Netflix, there's some stuff on there we've created. All right. The Porter's Review. This juicy series about 1920s black railway workers is this year's best kept streaming secret. Oh, you mean reminiscing about black people in the 20s being porters on the railways, just the way you folks want to go, huh? Is that the best kept secret? Let's go ahead and keep that fucking thing a secret, okay? Yeah, I don't need to watch while y'all fucking drool over times we would bow our head and not look you in the eye, let you pass by, call us boy all the time, and basically degraded us, denigrated us, and marginalized, and occasionally, if you wanted to, murder us and throw us off the train. You fantasize about our struggle through that era, don't you? I mean, you love the struggle of blackness in America. Isn't it entertaining? It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. I mean, geez, man, you got Harriet Tubman, you got Frederick Douglass. My God, the names go on and on. The entertainment is ever just increasingly just growing beyond measure. You love watching us struggle against your horror, don't you? Does it give you the warm and fuzzies to see us dig out from the shit that's put upon us on a daily fucking basis here in this penal colony for Negroes? I joke. All right, let's continue the black news. I don't know. Washington mom saves toddler running to hug a black bear. What? I asked for black news. This is what you give me, and you're telling me you think that she's going to play like she was running to hug the black bear? No, she was simply ready to die. There was no hug involved. What the fuck are y'all doing? I'm going to hug the black... No, you wasn't hugging. You was home to just crush and kill me, let my child go. Moving on. Asphyxiation death of black man seen held in gas chamber police vehicle sparks outrage in Brazil. Why? Oh, they locked the black dude in a little van and put smoke in there and let him die? It's another fucking Wednesday, baby. What? It's what they do, boo. What? What, you shocked? You shaking? You nervous? I know. Don't be nervous, though. I mean, they got to act out. They got to play it out. It's in their system. They don't know what to do with it now. And they see their kin across the pond just getting busy, killing aplenty. Oh, that's invigorating some of them. It's triggering these individuals who have murder on their mind, primed by fear and self-loathing, baby. Don't you get it twisted. And all I'm telling you, Hebrews, you set apart individuals here not by your own choice, trapped here, kept here against your will, to serve the whims of individuals undeserving of your efforts. That's where you are. So don't be shocked when they act out elsewhere aggressively toward us and wanting to end our lives. Don't be shook. That's how it is till kingdom come. Let's continue. Hey, what's this? Oh my God. You know, I don't care about Black Lives Matter. What are you protesting in or everybody's here today? A man charged with ethnic intimidation and assault of 2 black shoppers outside of Westbourne Market. I don't know where that might be, but this guy Dearborn, who's white, been charged with assault and ethnic intimidation of 2 black shoppers. I mean, Jesus. It's just on their fucking minds, huh? What's wrong? What's wrong? Are we replacing you? Are black people, are Negroes, the target of your vitriol and hatred, malice, contempt? Is it us that's somehow emaciating your numbers? Is it us doing this? Why the fucking hate? Whatever did we do? I mean, to be in your fucking orbit is a fucking crime punishable by death. Huh? Dear God, the fear runs deep. I don't think there's an end. I don't think there's a depth, folks. Understand that as this increases, we need to bring it the fuck in. I'm not talking about segregation. I'm talking about separation for our own safety. When one of them reaches up from some obscure location to drive 200 plus miles with ammo aplenty, intent on ending the lives of Negroes, it's time to do something different. It's time to think differently. I'll be damned. You must be crazy if you're not thinking differently. I mean, the intent of that speaks volumes. And let's reflect on how many Negroes have done this to their society. About that many, huh? That tells me there's a fucking problem. No, there's a fucking problem. And we need to say there's a problem. Don't be scared. The only thing you have to fear is some fool driving 300 and so miles up and killing you in your own neighborhood while you're shopping. Still grinning? All right, so you're shopping and we got some guy that wants to ethnically intimidate you. Feeling themselves. What the fuck is it doing? What's wrong with you? White guy, I got him. Yay. Somebody cheer. White guy. What? No, you're good? You need a no hug? Okay. What is it? Oh, it's me being black. I'm sorry, that bothers you? In your presence, that's the real issue. While I'm shopping, how dare I? Look, I am so sorry for being this while you are that and there in my presence as well as yours. I did not mean to offend, but if you simply allow me to leave these premises without losing my life, I will be utterly grateful. What? I have no idea where the fuck you think you are. Where do you think you are? How did you get here? They're starting to tell you, aren't they? Right? Yeah, what? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what they're afraid of. They're afraid of an impossibility. They're afraid of Negro retribution. That's what they're scared of. Their armed to the teeth have kept us as powerless as possible, and they're terrorized at the very possibility that we might do something. And I just need to let them know, man, listen, if that were the case, that shit would have jumped off a long time ago, partner. You'd know that shit every day. So it's not on our minds. Maybe it shouldn't be on yours. All right. I mean, stop assaulting us at the fucking shopping. What? Don't do that. We're just picking out groceries. What the fuck? I just don't like that you're here. Well, damn. Well, shit. Let's talk about that. I mean, we need to hug this out, partner, because I can't go just anywhere. You made sure of that, right? Now, look, I know you don't like us in your presence, but might I give you some history on how we arrived in the same orbit? Do you have a minute? Perhaps you'd like to sit. Can I get some drinks? Oh, no, you don't want to talk about that? That's CRT, and your children get disturbed when I hear, I don't know how to get through to you motherfuckers. I tell you the truth. I look you in your fucking eye. I don't lie. We've tried everything. We've tried handshakes, prayers, begging, marching, sitting, lying. We've tried everything with these motherfuckers. And for God's sake, nothing works. The hatred is still there. The racism is still there. The fear. So now you got to ask yourselves, where these motherfuckers come from? How can a people claim to be superior yet simultaneously be in fear of being replaced? That is a dichotomy, isn't it? Is it not some kind of contradiction? Somebody could work that out, we'd be good. All right. Oh, baby. Willa Johnson, Oklahoma's first black city councilwoman, has died at 83. I can only imagine back when she began to serve. I can see the headline now. First black woman city councilman, Willa Johnson, elected to office. Isn't that a nice little fucking bookend of nothingness? Every time I see this shit, did you give her anything for being the first black anything? And dear God, does her family get anything now that she's died? Why are you mentioning empty fucking shit? I don't even understand this. First black woman died of doing something. Big fucking deal. Are you serious? I mean, you're serious, right? You really want us to look over here and celebrate the first black woman to die having done something years ago against the backdrop of one of your children crazed beyond existence, driving and murdering Negroes because they're black. Is there a shiny object over this fucking story? Moving on. All right. I don't know. I'm fed up. I'm fucking done. Give me a fucking break. What, are you serious? I'm supposed to take Seriously, this shit. The kumbaya, the thoughts and prayers, the round tables, the black leaders leading us nowhere. And on CNN, it's on fucking MSNBC, it's on every fucking channel. And no progress is being made. We just go around in a fucking circles. It sounds like we're all on a fucking hamster wheel. And the cycle is so repetitive, predictable. We get murdered, sorrow, outrage, thoughts and prayers, forgiveness, moving on, forgotten. And you know what we're still doing? Still fucking grinning and cheesing in goddamned faces. And that irritates me. Because we should not be grinning. We should not be skinning. We should not be stepping. We should not be fetching. We should be seriously minded, focused, moving forward, going from here to there, always head on a swivel. You are royalty. You are the royal tribe of Judah. You're Negroes. They don't want you to know that. They'd rather you didn't. And that knowledge, coupled with the fact that you are intended to be separate from the nations, puts you in an unique area in existence. You have a purpose that has yet to be served. Yes, Negroes. You notice everybody doing something. Everybody got something to say. Everybody's had their moment. Not dig it. I understand. You're comfortable. You don't want to get up out your fucking seat, but let me tell you, you're about to move. Because the time of Esau's over and the time of Jacob is about here. And that's when our work must begin. The intended purpose of God Almighty was that we lead the world into true worship. That's what's going on. That's the end result. That's the beginning of the work. Right now we're just wrapping up a few of the details involving how we get here. That's all. The kingdom is on the way. The kingdom is on the way. The kingdom of God is almost here. You know what's funny? I'm telling the truth. There's something behind our sun. They don't know what it is. It looks like it's a planet of some sort. It could be anything. I'm going to tell you again, folks, you can take it, you can leave it, you can look it up, you can check my fucking math. The kingdom of God is soon to arrive here. And all these folks looking one way are going to see the kingdom of God arrive the other. And they're going to be shaken and shocked into attention. But at that point, I don't know if it might be just a little too fucking late. I'm telling you to await the kingdom. Something is coming. All right, here we go. Oh, shut up. I'm trying to fucking fill time. I don't know what time it is. I don't know how long I've been on. I could do this all day. No, I couldn't. My voice would give out. But it's good to say. Hey, if you like what you're looking at, support me. You know, anything's liable to happen. Have your backs packed. Get a Beat It bag from Judah. Oh, and merch. I've got merch coming. Stuff like this. Shirts, mugs, shit like that. Someone else is doing it. I guess, I'm all for it. Do what you need to do. What else? That's about it. Things are going to progress, folks. You need to keep your heads on a swivel. I kid you not. As much as you hear me yell and the things you hear me say, the final analysis is they're killing us at will. I mean, look, Negroes are the target. Don't let the bullshit fool you. They don't like us. So, do me a favor. Have a good weekend. Have fun, all that shit. Stick with family. But as you're out there and moving through traffic, as we say in our community, just fucking don't look, man. Just try it out. Just try moving through the stove. Not mean, not rough mugging. Just don't fucking smile. Think about how you got where you are. Consider the circumstances. Consider the fact that everything was done to ensure that you are not where you are. Every trick has been tried. Every lie has been told. Every murder has been committed. Everything has been done to make sure that you are not, and yet there you are. Walk about like that. Because at any moment, someone might try to fulfill that ever-present intent on the minds of so many that we walk about and amongst. Some took no sorrow in the loss of 12 Negroes dying. Some were not unhappy about that circumstance, and you need to consider that. There is no person alive who would not mourn the death of a child. But you need to understand that there are people alive and well right now who were overjoyed at the death of 10 Negroes. I think that's important that we all understand that. And as long as that exists, keep your head on a swivel. Okay, well, I gotta go. Hey! You guys have a wonderful Shabbat. Shalom, baby. Sabbath. Have a good day. If you celebrate, whatever, hey, have a great day. I'm just gonna chill, mingle, do the whole deal. I hope everybody, just keeps attention and, for God's sake, drink some freaking Folgers because it does give you energy. Well, actually, the caffeine stimulates the adrenal glands that are on top of the kidneys. Okay, folks. I gotta go. Hey, you guys have a wonderful Saturday. Oh, we gotta go. Well, listen. Wait, before you go. I know we're at the end of it, aren't we? I mean, the first half is over. It's a wrap. You made it. 180 days. 6 months. You're almost there. Monday night, call it. Now you want to slide safely into the second half of 2022, baby. You don't want to trip potato chip into the next 6 months. You want your mind right. You want the circumstances clear. You want everything just so. The only way to accomplish that, my friends, family, Hebrew, is to end first half of the year as safely as possible. It's protected. So, I recommend to you, when this first half of the year comes to a close and the second half faces you blindly, I say give it a go. Go through this weekend with a serious face. Just test the water. Just try it out. See what happens. See how you are received. A Negro walking about with a look of something to do is a rare sight. And I can tell you it sometimes raises a question, an eyebrow, side eye. Why isn't he smiling? Well, folks, I got to tell you, when you deny your warmth and energy to the masses and stop giving it away for free, the power that you feel as it divides the waters of people in front of you, lets you glide through unmolested. There's a knack to it. So I recommend that If you're going to pull in the last few days, the last few hours of 2022's first half, and what a first half it's been. You're ready for the second half, and you are preparing yourself to go out there and be amongst the masses. Do yourselves a favor. Protect yourself. If you have to go out there, do me a favor. Get that goddamn grin off your faces. Carry on.